Okay, this is the voice of Victor Alade. I just want to show you how I made a makeshift snail bed using available materials in my compound. But I think this can give you an idea if you would like to try something like that in your backyard as well. I'm just trying to do a small scale snailry. Now I have just prepared some little topsoil, about 5 to 7 to 10 centimeter. You need this so that to be like a background where, for example, if the snails are going to lay eggs, they can be able to propagate their eggs. So this is a topsoil. Then I just take some dry leaves as a mulching. Okay, so the mulching helps to keep the snails cool in case of hot weather. However, the whole preparation or the old bed should be under a shade. So I'm going to be using tires, used tires, to create this. After this, now I'm just going to put the snails and I'm going to arrange the tires, and then you'll see the overall picture after I'm done. Alright, so I've just arranged 2 tires on the mulched soil, and then I'll now begin to put the snails inside, and then we see how I'm able to do this makeshift snail bed. So I'm going to be picking the snails now, and I'm going to be putting them inside the bed. I'm going to do this one after the other, very carefully as well, so that there will not be any injury. It's better for the snails not to have injury than for them to have injury. Although if they do, of course, it's going to heal up, but it's better to be careful. Okay, so I'm going to do this one after the other until I'm able to transfer everything here. Okay, so I've finished arranging the snails inside the makeshift bed, and the next thing now will be to cover it up, but because there is a need for ventilation, so I found this broken corrugated cage door somewhere in my compound, so I'm going to use it to cover it up. But this is how it will look. But of course, you see that there are spaces here and here, and so because of that, I'm going to use some little bit of I'm going to use this leather. Of course, the leather as well is still perforated so that you can have aeration, so that it will not be stuffy. I'm going to place that on it before I put the corrugated cover. Okay, let me put this one as well so that it can be well covered. I'm using an open space, so I do not want my snails to be dehydrated. Okay, so this is how it's going to look, and after that I'm going to also put another tire on it so that it can press very well. So this is how my snail bed looks like. So if you're an expert, let me know if I need to make some other adjustments. Okay, so that's basically what I've just done this morning. You can do that as well in your environment. Just look for things around your house. All the things I've used here are things that are in the compound, and that's how I call it a makeshift snailry bed. I'm going to feed my snails for the first time. I read somewhere that moringa leaf is a very, very proteinous diet for snails, so I got them some moringa. Luckily, I have them very cheaply in my compound. All right, so I'm still having some little challenge identifying which one is the giant snail and which one is not, but I am very sure that there are some giant African snails among the species that I have here. Especially, at least this is one. I'm very sure of that because it's getting big. So I'm going to observe them for the next 3 months. And if I notice any one of them is not getting giant, it's not increasing in size, I'm going to remove them and then concentrate on the African giant snails. Well, I don't know if I'm going to be making a business out of this later, because I understand that snails lay a lot of eggs. So I don't know, but for now, let me just rear this, even if it's for consumption. At least I get to consume some vitamins and some calcium. Okay, so I'll let you know what my results are at the end of 3 months. Thank you.